that's where I'm going, up into the clouds. Looks like I'm going to get very, very wet. And we're off, back up the mountain. Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Heading up the mountain again in the rain for what might be a rather stormy camp. There's forecast 70km wind gusts, but it's quite calm down here. But you never know once you get up the top. I'm tracking the walk in on my new watch. This is the Coros Apex 4. So I'll be able to show you exactly how long it takes and the elevation gain and whatnot. But I'll talk more about that later. But for now, I've got a long way up to go. I'm gonna focus on that. I'll catch back up with you guys when I'm up the top. Visibility is dropping fast. As we're getting up into the clouds, I've come up about 300 meters so far. Breaking out of the trees now. The winds have definitely picked up a bit up here. Once I get right up onto the top though, hopefully she's not too brutal. Well, there we go. It's getting windy. Everybody always asks me why don't I actually stand here, and one day I probably will, but really I'm up here to play in my tent. So I'm just going to catch my breath, warm myself up a little bit, and back out into the rainstorm and get the tent pitched. Alright, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. This is going to be a rather rough setup, but nothing I haven't handled before. It is getting cold too, so I got to move fast and get some warm clothes on in the tent. Ooh. I think I'm going to pitch the tent up right up here, the most exposed spot. Should be okay, I hope. I've got the Mont Supercell for this trip. I love this tent, it's becoming one of my favourites. But it really is pretty cold up here, so I'm not going to talk much and just get this tent set up. Got to move fast. Crazy. Gotta get some of these guy lines in. I think she's pretty secure. In. Let's check out the space. Oh, look at that. What a tent. Stabilize the situation. It's actually pretty cold outside. I think it's mostly wind chill. Whew. But I'm pretty damp. I'm gonna get some dry clothes on, sort out the inside of the tent and get a hot chocolate on immediately. But I'm loving being back in here. There's just so much room and it's such an easy tent to pitch. You've seen it go up in the rain and the wind. It only took like 5 minutes. Get these wet rain pants off. It's pretty gross out there. Hopefully the wind doesn't pick up much more than this. We can have a kind of chilled out night in the tent. But it's pretty cozy in here already. I might get the down jacket on and this wet base layer off. And then we'll have a hot chocolate. But I'm liking the setup in here. Oh man, that's way better. Good old jar of hot chocolate. I'm really looking forward to this. That walk up's pretty grueling and I'm hungry, so this will recharge me and help warm me up. Oh, that's nice. Pretty much in bed, having a hot chocolate, listening to the storm raging outside. It seems to be picking up out there too. The tent's pretty strong. This is the Mont Supercell. I had it in that massive blizzard, which you guys enjoyed quite a lot. It was quite a popular video. And this tent really held up well in this. I'm far more exposed here, but the winds aren't forecast to be as strong, so we should be okay. It might get up to 70km/h gusts. It really seems to be kicking off outside now. Double poling this tent would be good with some extra guy lines, but the way I have it set up now with extra big fat pegs staked all out should be okay. But I'm quite dry and cozy in here for now. if the wind and the rain picks up anymore, I think I have to shut that end vent. I do have the tail end of the tent into the wind, which I think is probably the most streamlined and focused way to have it, but it does mean that rain blows up into that vent and it can get onto the inner. But it's all DWR treated, so it's not really a problem. I kind of want to get outside the tent and have a look around, but the thought of chucking on all my wet rain gear right now, just when I got warm, is a bit too gross. So I think I'll stay put and do the wise thing, and hopefully it clears up later and we can get outside and I can show you the views. By the morning it should definitely be clear, but yeah, I think we're in for a pretty rough night. The rain has eased a bit, but it's still coming in. It's like waves. Goes calm, then goes crazy. I closed my vent at the back for now because things are getting pretty hectic. There are a few drips of water coming in, but I think we're heading in for the worst of the storm now. I'm just checking all the seams to see if any water's getting in. This is the most heavy driving rain I've had this tent out in. It all seems to be good though, everything's really well seam taped. But as you can probably tell, it's getting pretty loud in here. There's something quite special about being out in the elements with your gear, and when you can trust it, you can actually have a good time and enjoy it. I wouldn't advise this kind of camping for someone who's just getting into it and a novice. But I've been out in many, many bad storms, so I'm pretty sure I'll be okay tonight, and I can trust this tent. I was just having a look around at all the seams to see if I could see any leaking. And I don't think I can, which is good. Oh, we may be getting a few drips up here. Yeah, I think I might be getting a few drips where the inner attaches to the outer, just on one of these seams. Looks like I may have ripped it in the previous blizzard. Not a big deal though, I'll just move my stuff out of the way and I can put some glue in there when I get home. You can see there, a few drips of water coming in on this little clip thing. I'll just put a heap of seam glue in there and it should be alright. If this was a Hilleberg, it'll be dripping all over. I think I own like 5 Hilleberg tents, and every single one of them leaks on at least one seam. But that's okay, because you know, they're just fabric at the end of the day. And a few drips is usually not the end of the world, and you can just fix them with that seam glue stuff. So I'm not too worried. It's 6 PM, it's a bit early for dinner, but I'm gonna chuck the puffy on. Hopefully the rain stops so we can get outside for a look around. The new watch, the Coros Apex 4. I've been wearing this thing now for about a month non-stop, and I love it. One of the things I like most about it is I can track these walks. I'll show you on the app, so you guys can properly understand where I am and what I'm doing. So I turned it on, the GPS mode, when I started from the car park, and I'll show you on the map in 3D the whole trek. So this is the Coros app, which works in conjunction with the watch, and it's awesome. It's 3D and it has all trails like loaded into it already. So you can see my walk here, 3.3k up, not far, but there was an elevation gain of 568, burnt 795 calories, and what does it say, average heart rate 136, and it took me 1 hour 16. This is the track up, just switchbacks all the way up this mountain, and it's steep. I mean, look at that. That's the side of the mountain. The battery on this thing is beast mode as well. I think you get about 65 hours in the most accurate GPS tracking mode. but as like a smartwatch for day-to-day use, just around home, going to the gym, tracking your steps. It's about 25 days before a charge, so essentially unlimited battery life in this thing. I'll use the sleep tracking tonight so I can show you guys how much worse my sleep is in the tent versus at home. That's another fun feature that I've been enjoying. Also, it's just a very comfortable watch to wear because it's plastic versus metal at the back, which I actually find to be really nice. It almost feels like I'm not wearing anything. So it's lightweight, like warm on your skin, and you hardly even know it's there. So yeah, this is the Coros Apex 4. And I have a link in the description so you guys can check it out. And I think if you use my code AbelandVictoria, you can choose from one of the nylon straps and get that for free when you purchase. So if you're interested, definitely have a look because it's been an awesome watch. I'm definitely going to be using this more in the future. Ugh, bare feet. It's a wet shoe. Oh, there's still a few spits of rain coming down, but nothing like before. We'll have a quick look around. I think we get some steaks cooking up. Adjust all these guy lines. Get it nice and tight for tonight. As you can see, there's not really much to look at out here. Completely clagged in. But hopefully, yeah, it clears up tomorrow and I can show you around these beautiful views. Although you've probably seen them before if you've seen my videos. But I want to get back in because I'm getting wet. I think we'll do dinner soon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again for massive amounts of protein. I've got 2 sirloin steaks here, grass-fed New Zealand beef, and it came with these little garlic butter pads, so this is way more than I probably need, but we're going to cook it up anyway and enjoy it. We're going to need some good ventilation for this. We'll open the door up. Hopefully this rain holds off. I mean, look at that. It's going to be delicious. There's some nice looking steak. A bit of salt and pepper on here. I've set a timer for 3 minutes. That should be enough to get these nicely seared off. And then we'll flip them and add that butter and baste them. Well, actually I can't baste them, there's no room in the pan, but it will infuse the flavour. I think it's time to flip these now. I'm gonna get that butter on, let it melt over the top. I think they're done. I'll get these off and I'll try and let them rest for a bit. But I'm very hungry, so that might be difficult. I'll get all that pan juice on there too. This is absolutely insane. You gotta see this. Check that out for an alpine steak dinner. Smothered in that herb and garlic butter. Oh my goodness. That's incredible. For you steak freaks out there. Looks like a nice kind of medium rare. It's tender, juicy, melts in the mouth. Exactly what you want from a steak. That garlic herb butter, that's actually divine. I mean, look at this. You got to see that. It's like a beautiful piece of meat. It looks like it's cleared up too, which is going to be nice. The weather system came in a bit sooner in the day than forecast. I think it was supposed to be full blown until about 9 PM. This actually suits me better. I'll have an awesome sleep. Hopefully I can get out of the tent for a little look around. Protein. If you're vegan, look away and know that this beef died for a good cause. I think this might be one of the best steaks that I've ever done in my life. It's actually perfect. Oh. Right guys, I'm gonna finish off this steak. I've still got half a whole one to go. Just go slow and enjoy every mouthful. It looks like some rain's coming back, which is alright. But man, I've reached peak camping right now. This is awesome. Oh, my belly. That was great. And guess what? I have dessert. Double chocolate dunked, dipped cookie. As soon as I got outside the tent, rain started falling again. I'm hoping it holds off now, but there's no chance it's going to clear up tonight, I'm pretty sure. It seems kind of weird being out here and wearing shorts. Usually I'm fully rugged up in all of my gear, hunkering down for survival. But it pretty much is summer now. In like one more day we're going into December. But I'm okay to survive the cold for a little bit with my Viking genetics. Alright, I think I'm going to get back in the tent, wait for it to get dark, then I have my hot chocolate and biscuit for dessert. That's going to be the ultimate treat. Go down great after that steak. Looks like the wind's picking up a bit. Just in time for my hot chocolate and cookie. This is what I'm having with my hot chocolate. The deluxe cookie time. This is a major treat for me because I've been on a diet, but I have burnt 1,800 calories today above my BMR, which is pretty crazy. So I've got to replenish them somehow. This dunked in the hot chocolate will honestly be peak biscuit. What would you call it? Peak biscuit. Can't think of anything. Nothing this delicious has hit my lips in weeks. This thing is massive too. This is a seriously engineered biscuit. A few steps above a chocolate digestive. And there's like a thick layer of chocolate too. They haven't skimped on the chocolate. Oh, what a dessert. Perfect. You can see here on the Koros app, I've burnt 1,800 calories above my BMR today. Even with the cookie, I'm still severely starving. This is what I like about the watch. I can keep track up to date with my energy expenditure, so it makes it real easy to like maintain, you know, a calorie deficit and do dieting. Well, I'm pretty much done for the night. It's a pretty beautiful evening out here. The occasional big wind gust comes through, but it seems like the rain's cleared up, at least for now. But it's getting pretty late actually, so I think I'll get back in the tent, brush my teeth and hit the sack. Tucking myself in to this luxury
Zen Bivy ultralight quilt. This is the one with Muscovy down, and it's just like sleeping on a cloud, man. It's so lofty and soft, and the Pertex fabric, I find it traps air inside the baffles really well, so they just loft up and the down gets to maximal thickness, you know. But I should have a great sleep. This is going to be warmer than I'll probably need tonight, so I'll keep all the vents open in the tent. But yeah, it should be good. I'm going to track the sleep on the old watch, and I'll let you know in the morning if it's a good sleep or not, and I'll show you, you know, the tent sleeps versus sleeps at home. It's kind of interesting. It might actually be a good sleep. But I think it's enough from me. I'm just rambling away. So I might switch the lights off, go to bed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. I need a coffee so bad. There was a lot more wind last night than I thought there would be, and rain. It was very noisy in the tent. This dirty double Makona coffee though, this will get me going. Get myself back into bed, keep warm. It's actually pretty chilly in the tent. I was comfy last night when I was all wrapped up, but man, as soon as you're out of the quilt, it's pretty chilly. Oh yes, it's clearing up. Can you see those mountains behind me? The mountain range. You can see those clouds, that mist moving at quite a fast speed. There's some pretty strong gusts last night. I'll check my sleep score on the Chorus. Oh no. 4 hours. This is on the app, looking at last night's sleep. You can see this yellow bit where it raises up. That's when I was awake. So kept waking up in the night with all the loud noise. And yeah, total sleep time, 4 hours. It's kind of to be expected when I'm out here. When I'm at home and I'm wearing this thing, I usually get about 7 to 7.5 hours of sleep, and it says good or something. So yeah, it's just what you expect when you're camping, especially when it's windy and loud. Oh man. Windy. Should get up and have a little look around. Although there's not much to see. Just clouds. And a cold wind. Man, it doesn't feel like summer. It's the 1st of December. The wind is coming from kind of this way, hitting the side of the tent, which is not really ideal. With these tunnel tents, you kind of want it coming straight on to the front or the back. But yeah, the wind changed a bit overnight, the direction. The wind gusts are picking up. I think I have to get back in the tent. My body's not used to this cold. Another dirty Moccona. This is like a chocolate coffee. What do you call that? A mochaccino in a sachet. It's not particularly nice coffee. I would actually call it kind of gross. That's why I call it dirty Mocconas. But the sweetness and the caffeine and that mildly gross coffee flavour hit the spot. Oh yeah, man, that's as good as ever. Despite my poor sleep, this has been a great camp. Just getting up here, kind of chilling out in the tent, listening to the rain and those steaks. Kind of felt like I needed it. The van camps and the big tent camps, they're kind of fun, but there's something about, you know, putting everything in your backpack, walking up to the mountains and staying the night, which is pretty special. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who supported the channel throughout the year. I'm probably going to post this video before Christmas, so I'll say Merry Christmas as well, but yeah, it's been a pretty awesome year. I think the channel's gained about 100,000 subscribers, and yeah, it's just done pretty good, I reckon. So thanks guys, and hopefully next year's even better. Hey, it's clearing up a bit. Beautiful mountain range. I'll leave my down jacket on until I get into the trees. It's a beautiful morning now. Wind's kind of died off. It always happens when the sun comes up. Blows all night long and then clears up in the morning. Hopefully we get a view of the lake, although I think this cloud's kind of formed an inversion down in the valley. We shall soon see. It's very misty and atmospheric up here though, it's beautiful. And you can hear that little bird. They're always up here. I'm fully in the clouds now. No views at all. Here we go. Now you can see it. Lake Rotawiti. Stunning. And that's where I was. Such incredible views here. Truly spectacular, man. New Zealand, what a place. Back in the outback this time because the van's going in for repairs, getting new shock absorbers, Bilstein B6s, new springs and a whole bunch of other maintenance and repairs. So that's going to be my rocket ship for next year. But anyway guys, I'll end it here. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.